Good morning, teachers and my dear friends. I am giving the seminar on the topic Mendeleev's periodic table. The Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev, the Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev, the Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev developed the periodic table of the elements in the year 1869 to 1872. In the year 1869 to 1872, Mendeleev Mendeleev found that the atomic masses of the elements is the fundamental property of the elements. The atomic masses is the fundamental property of the elements. At the time of the Mendeleev, there were only 63 elements. At the time of the Mendeleev, there were only 63 elements were known. He arranged all these elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses and made the table according to the physical and chemical properties of the element. According to the physical and chemical properties of the element, Mendeleev arranged these elements on the basis of physical properties such as melting point. As you know, what is melting point, boiling point, densities of the element, and on the chemical properties such as molecular formula for hydrates and oxides of elements. Mendeleev found that on the physical and chemical properties of the elements, it repeats after definite intervals. It repeats after definite again and again. It repeats. The property repeats after the definite interval. Means periodicity is seen in the properties of the element. Means periodicity is seen in the properties of the element. And the classification of the elements is called periodic table. Now in your mind it is coming that what is meant by periodicity? Yeah, what is meant by periodicity? I will tell you. Periodicity, the property that come after a definite interval, repeats again and again, is called periodicity. I will give three examples. First example, days of weeks: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Monday will come after a definite interval. Means periodicity is there. Okay, Monday is coming now. Yeah, Monday is coming after a definite interval. So this is it is seen. The periodicity is seen. I will give months. The months. There in a year there are 12 months. The January come after a definite interval, means periodicity is there. January will come. It will come again and again. Now it will coming in 21. Okay, 2021. It will coming. Okay. So this is the periodicity. Now in a clock. Now it is 11 a.m. After a definite, after a 12 hours, it will coming after 11. It will appear. Okay. This is the example. So now listen. I will repeat once again the Mendeleev's periodic table. You can note down the points I will tell you. Okay. I will tell slowly. Okay. You can note down. Okay. Mendeleev periodic table. The Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev developed the periodic table of the elements in the period 1869 to 1872. Okay. The atomic masses of the elements was the fundamental property of the elements. The atomic masses of the elements is the fundamental property of the element. At the time of the Mendeleev, there were only 63 elements were known. And he arranged all these 63 elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses and made the table. And he made the table. And according to the physical and chemical properties of the element. According to the physical and chemical properties of the element. Mendeleev arranged the elements on the basis of physical properties such as melting point, boiling point, densities of the elements, and on the chemical properties such as molecular formula for hydrates and oxides of the elements. Okay, Mendeleev found that he found त्याला कळालं की the properties Mendeleev found that the properties of chemical and physical properties of the elements repeats means repeat again and again and means periodicity seen of the property of the elements. Hence, the classification is called as periodic table. Now I will show you. Now you will see it is clearly. Okay. Here are in hydrogen. Here is a hydrogen. Hydrogen. After hydrogen, there are blank boxes because the physical property. After hydrogen, lithium is coming only. Okay. Here after hydrogen, there are blank boxes. Okay. But he does not keep the lithium after hydrogen next to it because the properties of the hydrogen and lithium are coming together, so he has not placed there because he placed the property chemical and physical property below it because it shows the variation. Okay, this I am telling. So now just to show this. Okay, now we will go to the Mendeleev's periodic law. Okay, Mendeleev's periodic law, what it says, the atomic the properties of the elements are periodic functions to their atomic masses. Okay, the properties of the element are periodic functions to their atomic masses. This is the Mendeleev's periodic law. What we have studied about Mendeleev's periodic law, the properties of elements. The properties of elements are periodic. The properties of elements are periodic functions. Of their atomic masses. This is the Mendeleev's periodic law. So write it down. The properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic masses. Okay. So next we will study about the merits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. The merits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. The atomic masses of some elements. First point. The atomic masses of some elements were revised as to give them a proper place in the periodic table according to the properties. Example, the atomic mass of the beryllium was atomic mass of the beryllium was 14.09. It was changed to the correct mass. 9.4. It was changed to the correct mass 9.4. The atomic mass of the beryllium. The atomic mass of the beryllium was changed to the correct value and the atomic mass of the beryllium was 14.09 was changed to the correct value 9.4 and placed before boron. Means boron is here boron, then the beryllium was placed before boron here. Okay, बेरिलियमच्या पुढे कोण आहे बोरॉन आहे आणि बोरॉनच्या मागे कोण आहे बेरिलियम असं त्यानं त्या सायंटिस्टनं मेंडेलिव्हने त्याला बोरॉनच्या मागं बेरिलियमला ठेवलं, प्लेस्ड केलं त्याच्यामध्ये. ओके, atomic masses of some elements were revised to give them a proper place in the periodic table with the accordance with their properties. For example, atomic mass of the beryllium was 14.09, was corrected to the value of the atomic masses is 9.4 and placed before boron. Second, मेंडेलिव्हला काय वाटलं, इन द फ्युचर न्यू एलिमेंट्स वेर डिस्कवर्ड. त्याला काय वाटलं, न्यू एलिमेंट्स डिस्कवर होतील आणि त्याचे प्रॉपर्टी त्याच्यामुळे त्यानं पिरियॉडिक टेबलमध्ये वॅकंट प्लेसेस म्हणजे ब्लँक बॉक्सेस ठेवले. त्यानं ब्लँक बॉक्सेस ठेवले. त्याला माहीत होतं की पुढच्या काळामध्ये की नवीन एलिमेंट डिस्कवर होतील आणि त्यानं त्याच्यासाठी ब्लँक बॉक्सेस ठेवलं. आणि पुन्हा त्यानं त्याचे नावं पण त्यानं हे केलं, प्रिडिक्ट केलं, नावं पण दिलं. जसं की इक्का बोरॉन कॉमा इक्का ॲल्युमिनियम कॉमा इक्का सिलिकॉन. ओके, Mendeleev kept the vacant places in the periodic table named places, and he given the named to the undiscovered elements as Ika boron, Ika aluminum, Ika silicon. त्याला नाव दिले. त्याला माहित नव्हते की नाव बसतील का नाही, पण त्यानं दिलं ते नाव, त्यानं प्रिडिक्ट केलं ते नाव. From the known neighbors, he given the named from the known neighbors. And given the atomic masses and indicated the atomic masses as 44, 68, 72. He given the atomic masses and indicated the atomic masses as 44, 68, 72. He also predicted the properties of these unknown elements. मग पुन्हा काही वर्षानंतर ही एलिमेंट्स खरं झाले डिस्कवर्ड. ही एलिमेंट्स यानं जी अंदाज लावला होता ती खरं डिस्कवर्ड झाले आणि ह्याचे प्रॉपर्टी त्यानं प्रिडिक्ट केल्या, ती त्याच्यासोबत वेल मॅच्ड झाली. ही मॅच झाली, त्याच्यासोबत मॅच झाली सगळे. त्यानं जी दिलं ती काय, त्यानं जी प्रेडिक्ट केलं होतं प्रॉपर्टी आणि ती ॲटॉमिक मासेस ती वेल मॅचड झाले. त्या अनडिस्कवर्ड न्यू एलिमेंट्स जे डिस्कवर झाले त्याच्यासोबत मॅचड झाले ते. ओके, बट he could not reserve a place for noble gases. He could not reserved a place for noble gases in the Mendeleev's periodic table. मग त्यानं काय केलं, नोबल गॅसेससाठी त्यानं 0 ग्रुप फ्रिक्वेन्सी टेबल बनवलं. त्यानं मेंडेलिव्हनी दुसरा टेबलचा ब्लॉक बनवला, 0 ग्रुप ब्लॉक म्हणून. त्याच्यामध्ये त्यानं सगळे नोबल गॅसेसला अरेंज केलं इन द इन्क्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ देअर ॲटॉमिक मासेस. त्यानं नोबल गॅसेसचा वेगळा ब्लॉक बनवला आणि त्या नोबल गॅसेसला त्या ब्लॉकमध्ये अरेंज केलं इन द इन्क्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ देअर ॲटॉमिक मासेस. ओके, Mendeleev could not reserve the places for the noble gases in the periodic table. After that, he make a 0 group frequency table and place the noble gases in this table, in this block, in the increasing order of their atomic masses. And well, he has attached, here is, just imagine, here is the Mendeleev periodic table and here is the 0 group frequency now he made. Okay, he attached this 0 group frequency table to this table, and these noble gases were completely well matched with these all elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Okay, I will show you in the book. This is the table, Mendeleev period table. This is the Mendeleev period table. This is up to. He made the zero frequency table like this and attached to this table in the increasing order of their atomic masses. In the increasing order of their atomic mass. Okay, like now the vacant places. Why he given the name as Ika boron, Ika silicon, and Ika aluminium? You are confused. What is the name Ika? Ika means what? Ika means only one. Ika means one. Okay. Ika means one. So now you see. Okay. You see. Okay. Ika boron. Where is the boron? Boron is here. Okay. Boron. Boron is here. Ika means what? One. Here one. Ika boron means here boron. One below it. Ika means one below it. एकाच्या खाली बोरॉनच्या खाली एक बोरॉनच्या खाली एक सोडून त्याच्या खाली समजलं ओके इक्का बोरॉन मीन्स बोरॉन इज हियर ही गिवन बिकॉज वाय बिकॉज व्हॉट ही गिवन द बोरॉन इज देअर इन द पिरियडिक टेबल ही गिवन द नेम ॲज बोरॉन बिकॉज वी कॅन फाइंड इट इझिली ओके बोरॉन इज हियर इक्का बोरॉन मीन्स बोरॉनच्या खाली एक त्याच्या खाली इक्का बोरॉन इथं काय 44 आपण तिथं नाव काय दिले इक्का बोरॉनच्या खाली 44 दिले ना आपण तिथं ॲटॉमिक मास इंडिकेट केले ना त्यानं तो का इथं आहे इक्का बोरॉनच्या खाली आहे असं आता दुसरं काय इक्का ॲल्युमिनियम इथं कुठं आहे हवा इथं आहे ॲल्युमिनियम बोरॉनच्या खालीच ॲल्युमिनियम आहे आता इक्का म्हणजे एक त्याच्या खाली हवं इथं 60 राईट वी हॅव गिवन ही हॅज गिवन द नेम्ड ॲज इक्का बोरॉन इक्का ॲल्युमिनियम इक्का सिलिकॉन ओके इट हॅज गिवन द नेम्ड as Ika boron, Ika aluminum, Ika silicon. Like this way, the merits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. Once again, I will repeat it. The merits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. First point: atomic masses of some elements were revised so as to give them a proper place in the periodic table with according to their property. Example, atomic mass of the beryllium was 14.09 was changed to the correct value 9.4 and placed before boron. Beryllium was placed before boron. Here is boron placed before boron. Okay. Mendeleev kept vacant places in the periodic table for undiscovered elements and given the name as Ika boron, Ika aluminium, Ika silicon by their known neighbors, and atomic masses were indicated as 44, 68, 72, and also predicted the properties of these unknown elements. Later on, these elements were discovered and named as scandium gallium, germanium. Later on, these elements were discovered and named as scandium, gallium, germanium respectively. The atomic masses were well matched with these newly discovered elements, and hence lastly the Mendeleev could not reserve the noble gases, reserve the seats for noble gases in the periodic table, and he prepared a new zero group frequency table of the noble gases and attached to the Mendeleev's periodic table Okay. These are the merits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. So now we will go to the limitations, means demerits of the Mendeleev periodic table. So now we will go to demerits. So now we will go to demerits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. The atomic masses of the elements cobalt and nickel was same. The atomic masses of cobalt and nickel was same, is 59. There was doubt regarding in their sequence in the Mendeleev's periodic table. There was a doubt. Confused. There was a doubt regarding in their sequence in the Mendeleev's periodic table. Isotopes, as usual, isotopes means what? Okay, isotopes were discovered very long period of a Mendeleev periodic table. Isotopes have same atomic number but a different atomic mass. There was a challenge in placing isotopes in the Mendeleev's periodic table. Elements are arranged in their increasing order of their atomic masses. Rise in atomic mass does not appear to be uniform. Continuous in the same path. Does not appear to be uniform. Hydrogen shows the properties with the halogens and alkali metal groups. Hence, the molecular formula of hydrogen is H2, and while the molecular formula of chlorine is Cl2 and fluorine is F2. He could not given the right position to the hydrogen in the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, these are the demerits. These are the demerits of the Mendeleev's periodic table. So once again, we will repeat the demerits, limitations. Demerits mean limitations of the Mendeleev periodic table. Atomic masses. The atomic masses of the elements cobalt and nickel is same, 59. There was doubt regarding in their sequence in the periodic table. Okay, in the periodic table. Isotopes were discovered very long period of a Mendeleev periodic table. Isotopes have same atomic number but a different atomic masses. Hence, there was a challenge in placing isotopes in a Mendeleev's periodic table. Elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Rise in atomic mass does not appear to be uniform. Okay? Does not appear to be uniform. Hydrogen having similarity with the halogens as well as alkali metal groups. The molecular formula of hydrogen is H2. While the molecular formula of chlorine is Cl2 and fluorine is F2 respectively. He could not given a proper position to the hydrogen in the Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, we have learned Mendeleev's periodic table, merits of the Mendeleev periodic table, and demerits of the Mendeleev periodic table, and also Mendeleev's periodic law. Once again, we will start from the beginning and end. Okay, sure. Mendeleev's periodic table. The Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev developed the periodic table of the elements in the year 1869 to 1872. Mendeleev, the atomic masses of the elements were the fundamental property of the elements. At the time of the Mendeleev, there were only 63 elements were known. Mendeleev arranged all these elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses and made the table according to the physical and chemical properties of the element. Mendeleev arranged the elements on the basis of physical property such as melting point, boiling point, densities of the elements, and chemical properties such as molecular formula for hydrates and oxides. Of the elements. Mendeleev found that physical and chemical properties of the elements repeats again and again after a definite interval. Again and again definite interval. Means periodicity is seen. Means periodicity is seen. Hence, in the properties of the element. Hence, the classification is called periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic law. Properties of the elements are periodic functions to their atomic masses. Is the Mendeleev's periodic law. Now, merits. Merits of the Mendeleev periodic table. The atomic mass of some elements were revised as to give them a proper place in the Mendeleev's periodic table. Example, atomic mass of beryllium was 14.09, was changed to the correct value 9.4 and placed before the boron. Mendeleev kept vacant places in the periodic table for the undiscovered elements. Mendeleev given the name to the undiscovered elements as Ika boron, Ika aluminium, Ika silicon from their known neighbors and indicated the atomic masses as 44, 68, 72 respectively. He also predicted the properties of these unknown elements. Later on, these elements were discovered. And named as scandium, gallium, germanium. And the properties and the atomic masses were well matched with the new discovered elements. And later on, he could not given the proper reserved places for noble gases in the Mendeleev's original periodic table. He made the zero frequency group table for the noble gases and attached to the original table of the Mendeleev periodic table. So now we will study about the demerits of the Mendeleev periodic table. Demerits of the Mendeleev periodic table. Atomic mass of the elements cobalt and nickel was the same 59. Therefore, there was doubt regarding in their sequence in a Mendeleev's periodic table. Isotopes were discovered very long period of time of Mendeleev's periodic table. Isotopes have same atomic numbers but different atomic masses. There was a challenge in placing isotopes in a Mendeleev's periodic table. Elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Rise in atomic mass does not appear to be uniform. Hydrogen shows the similar property with the halogens as well as alkali metal groups, whereas the molecular formula of hydrogen is H2, while the molecular formula of chlorine and fluorine is Cl2 and F2 respectively. He could not given the right position to the hydrogen in the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, this is the Mendeleev's periodic table. Thank you.